Hey guys, how's it going? Octopus here and welcome back to Union Cross. Now I know I haven't made a video since the VIP boards, but I do want to continue making videos for the game. I still enjoy it, I just wasn't happy with the direction they took, so I decided to speak about it and hopefully they would listen to the community. Now we're just waiting, nothing really happening. These notices that came up, everything on Twitter, kind of seems like they're not acknowledging it, but doesn't mean there's nothing happening in the background, because there is a lot of stuff happening in the background for the community. We are really letting them know how we feel about those boards and the treatment that's been happening lately with 7 stars. But that doesn't change that I still play the game and I still want to help the community that is playing the game. I know a lot of you guys uninstalled already, so that's a thing. But for everyone else that has a little bit of hope like I do, I want to hold on to it until I guess the ship sinks, I would say. I'm gonna go down with it. So let's continue on and let's talk about these new things that are coming out, and hopefully we do get a response very soon, or at least if they don't give us a response, that VIP board changes for the better. That's what we're hoping for. But let's jump in and let's talk about the new things that we did get. Now, I did miss a couple things since that video. I wasn't really filling it up to making some videos in the game after that one. I was kind of like, did they really just do that? So I took a little bit of a break from posting videos, and today's Monday, so I guess, what, 2 or 3 days without anything on Union Cross? So I did miss quite a bit. Let's talk about the new Prime Medal that just came out, along with the other Prime Medal. I did touch up on Lee and Isa. That Prime Medal is just like a Prime Axle, which did get released as well. So in the shop, we have a lot of choices, and I keep getting messages on Discord, on Twitter, people asking me, there's all these Prime Medals, what do I do? The first thing I want to say is, as soon as you see reprints, just know that something's around the corner very soon. If they're reprinting the tier 4 Prime Medals, it's one of two things. The first thing is the brighter side, is that they want people to be able to catch up, be able to compete, be on the same level as everyone else, meaning that anyone who is new to the game and missed out on these medals, here's your chance to get them. That's the right thing to think about. The second thing, since we know the game, is that they're getting rid of the old and bringing in the new soon. So these tier 4 Prime Medals are probably the tip of it. Now we're going to be seeing tier 5 Prime Medals. I think they're going to do that pattern. I don't see why they wouldn't. They might call them something else, but I think they have to start going to the next step, especially since the game's getting harder and harder. They need to start giving people who are not getting PvP tickets a way to get 7-star medals. So tier 5 7-star medals should be just around the corner. Might be a whole month, might be a little bit more than a month. But if you guys feel comfortable where you are, if you're not willing to spend any jewels, then definitely just wait it out for a little bit. Worst case scenario, they'll just reprint the banners as you saw they did here. So if you skip these banners up here, most likely they'll get reprinted just like Prime Axo and KR17. So worst case scenario, limited time banners are usually the banners you guys want to go for, because you know these kind of banners won't come back. Especially this copycat banner. I don't think they'll make this copycat banner like this again. They'll probably make one with a whole bunch of copycats together, but to be able to pull one every single time, a trait medal basically, and get the medal itself, you can fully trait this medal and fully gilt it and get a whole bunch of Mandramericks along the way. It's actually a really good deal. When you get a banner that's all copycat medals, you have a very low chance of this medal appearing or a copycat medal that you specifically need. So this is why I really emphasize that this is a good deal, but there's 3 days left. Limited time deals, 8 days left, but I feel like these are the best ones. But you guys can see Prime Medals do come back. Prime Medals are part of other Prime Medal deals, so when you actually look at the draw odds, you'll see that inside the draw odds, and this goes for other tier 4 7-star Prime Medals, aren't special like EX. They're in the banners, even in tier 4 banners. So you guys will come down here and you'll see Prime Keyart 17 is part of this. You'll see Lee and Isa, Prime Young Xehanort there, Prime Illustrated Axel. They're all in there. Even the Kingdom Hearts 2 Riku and Mickey. I just combined those two together. So they're all in there, guys. You don't have to worry about missing out or anything like that. And that's where I really emphasize that for Prime Medals, especially these, eventually you'll get silver tickets and eventually you'll get 4-star fairies that you guys can level this up without spending all your jewels, especially if we're going to be free to play from this point on. So out of these deals, guys, this is just like the Riku and Mickey medal that I just messed up. So it's not the best, it's just there for its utility. So I'm going to jump into cookstracker.com, where I'm going to show you guys everything in a little bit more detail. So the medal we're comparing this medal to, which is an upright speed, it does everything the Xehanort does, but for upright. So you get that upright times 3 and upright defense down by 3 for the enemy. Where the young Xehanort here, you have reverse times 3 for strength and upright defense down by 3. The stats are the same. AoE, it does the same amount of damage. They both give you a times 7 buff, as you guys can see. Times 7 general attack. So these are really good medals just to have if you don't have yourself a buffer. So if you guys don't currently have any of the new buffers in the game, like the Xions and all that, any Xion, 0.2 Kyrie, any of the new Xions or the old Xions, if you guys don't have any of that, this medal's not bad to pull from because, one, it will buff you reverse. It'll give you that times 7 strength that you need. And if you use a copycat medal on it, you'll also have perfect defense down. So looking at this medal exactly, it's good for someone who's new. If you copy it once, you'll have your times 7 strength and then times 7, general strength down. Not general strength. General defense. I am lost today. You'll have times 7 general defense down on the enemy, which is very, very important for pretty much everything. This is where your standard is. This needs to start, and then you gotta look at upright and reverse, and then add in the attribute there. So this doesn't really matter too much. A lot of attack medals these days have what they need for themselves. So let's say you do copy this twice, and then you activate Buzz Lightyear down the line. Buzz will take care of himself for power and defense down for attributes. Same thing with Woody, Key Art 17, they all take care of their certain attributes, if it's magic, speed, or power. So having this guy twice in the beginning, don't pull twice, just pull once and go grab one in the Key Art, Bonds, Beginning Skies, or now there's tier 3 copy medals in that. Copy it in the beginning, and the rest of Keyblade will be more of these guys. And if you have proper Keyblade setups, you can just copy these guys with your copycat medals, or use whatever else you want. Like Fairy Stars. Fairy Stars, you could have Key Art 17 in the beginning, Woody on the last slot, and Buzz in the pet slot if you really, really wanted to. And they all just take care of themselves. Missing a little bit of attribute strength in there, but when you're new to the game, you kind of don't really have an option because you don't have that new Kyrie EX or Xion EX or the ones right before it, the EX ones. So it's not a bad idea on there. But for damage wise, I would not go for this medal. Specifically, just the reason I said for this one, they just don't have the strength at 7 stars. A 22.59, all of your 6-star medals have more strength than that. Not AoE wise. AoE, that's a great AoE multiplier. But when you compare it to like Key Art 17 or Buzz and Woody, they have a max multiplier of 21.71 for AoE. That's their minimum damage when there's a group of enemies. So they have 21.71 compared to 22. Not too far off. That's less than 1 multiplier. So if you're going to pull for something, definitely pull for these guys right here. Buzz, Woody, or Key Art 17. And again, like I said, Lee and Isa here, they're just like Axel, but they're the upright version. They're the best ways to get reverse defense down by 7, or reverse defense down by 7 as well. So they're the best ways to get that reverse or upright down. If you guys sort this out real quick, let me take off tier 4s and let's take off that. If we look for medals that do upright defense down, here's your options. These are your options for upright defense down, and there's not much. So having a medal that fully does it, where these medals only do partially, they do 4, so they do about a little bit more than a half. And then of course, you can't count the Kyrie and the Xion. If you have this, then you don't need to care about any of this. You just need more strength. Don't worry about these medals. But like I said, these medals do by 2, so not really big. And of course, there is that new medal. I'm going to talk about the Coco medals in a separate video, but they also have it. But I'm looking at the free-to-play side of this, not this. So back to the tier 4s, like I was talking about. Basically, I would not touch these medals. The King Mickey, and this is specifically for PvP, for multi-turns. They turn out really good, especially when you're defending. And for new players, your times 7 buffer and general defense down. Really good for that. Besides that, anyone else who's a veteran, who's been playing for quite a while, skip on these 100%. I honestly don't think you guys need these. It may look kind of nice, a little niche in PvP. It'll help you for a little bit, but not like huge. When you can just add pure damage to your Keyblade setup. Even a medal that's pure damage with a defense boost on it, it's going to do better than this. This is just really nice to have for the carryover. It depends where you are in PvP as well, because if you're in the little bit lower, you're not in top 3,000, this can really make a big difference for carrying over those buffs, because there is buffs here the new Kyrie and Xion can erase because they don't apply it. They can't take away that that reverse defense down on themselves. They can't take away a lot of things. But in all honesty, your jewels are very precious, so I'd be careful. If you wanted just one for the utility, not to gilt, not to make into a 7-star, then you definitely can just bring it for the utility for 3,000 jewels. But there's a lot of buts in this video, isn't there? These are, if you're asking what prime metal should I go for, I'm not too strong. I would definitely suggest one of these 3 metals right here. And then after that, if you want some solid single target that only aims at one target, because you need to specifically hit one enemy only, then Axel or Leoniza here. Reversed or an upright buffer. All up to you guys. They have everything you need except for attribute and general strength. So if you combine him or him with one of these prime axles, you're pretty much maxing yourself out. Even these mixed with these work out as well, but I generally like to stay away from these because of how low their multipliers are. So it's all up to what you guys need. In all honesty, it's are you patient? Are you okay with missing a couple of quests just to skip out on the bait kind of banners? I know that if you do fully gilt these medals into 7 stars, like the Young Xehanorts or the King and Mickey, it's going to help you for your AoE. It has a damage, it'll help you in the size quest, but are you really willing to sacrifice 15,000 jewels just to grab an extra 500 to 1,500 jewels? I don't know. It doesn't seem worth it to me. Never really pull a bunch of jewels just to get a little tiny bit of jewels. That's the wrong way to do it. Definitely just wait it out and wait for stronger metals. If I minimize this real quick, guys, and we go back into my setup, my current setup, which is allowing me to pass Syx and everything, is this right here. If you guys want to copy this, if you're able to copy this, basically I copy my Kairi or Xion. In this case, I would prefer you guys copy Kairi, but Xion copies Kairi, use Keyart 17, use a Riku or a different copy metal up here and use Xion over here. So either of these copy metals to copy backwards or to copy forward, depending if you're facing a magic enemy or a speed enemy, you can change that around. And then in your spirit slots, have a copy metal that copies forward to copy your best friend metal. And if not, you put down your Woody there for the most damage possible. So with this Keyblade right here, I was able to pass Syx plus all the way up to round 12 out of 13. I'm not going to waste skills. I'm not going to pull some more just to get 500 jewels. The title would be nice, but in all honesty, I'm just getting jewels and I'm not getting Syx because for free to play, this makes no sense, especially for anyone that's not in top 3,000 in PvP and able to get tier 8 fairies. If tier 8 fairies become a common thing very soon, then yeah, we missed out. But if it doesn't, we dodged a huge bullet. So I'm not going to go sacrificing a bunch of jewels just to get 500 jewels. That's the whole point there. Now, when you look in PvP, with the setup I just showed you, I am in place 9,951, and I still have a couple tries left on my free-to-play count before the night ends. I think all 5 tries. So all 5 tries during the whole week, I've been in top 3,000. Very safely. I get kicked out very fast, so if I want to keep this ranking, of course we got to do PvP at the last hours, but I won't be doing that because I like sleeping. I like having my normal sleep schedule and not staying up till 3 o'clock in the morning. I just want to give you guys a heads up. With this setup right here, I've been able to pass a lot of content, so if you do want to spend some jewels, go for something like this. It doesn't have to be this. Even your prime axle sitting right there will work out as well. I'm just saying if you can't compete in PvP properly, this will help you compete. And if it doesn't help you compete, it will help you pass PvE content. So the prime metals are by all means not bad. They're just not the best. And they are going to be replaced very, very soon, I think. And if they're not, jewels are worth the most in the game, guys. Raid boss. Raid boss support. I got to be doing that. So, holy crap. Daryl, man. Level 90 already. That is pretty much the new prime metals. Definitely go for Keyart 17, Buzz, or Woody. They have the most damage. Prime Axel and Leoniza are just right behind them. But if I'm being honest here, definitely only pull once from those. I'm going to pull once, use my level 4 fairies and Mickey and Brooms to level them up on my main account. On my free-to-play account, I don't have that luxury, but I might just pull once for the utility and future access to these medals. So always, if you think you have enough jewels for future banners, which is about 15,000 jewels, play play it safe and only pull once from them, because somewhere down the line we will get silver tickets for everyone, so you will get level 4 fairies. Don't worry about that. That's pretty much everything, guys. If you want to leave anything down below in the comment section, let me know. I will be doing the Coco medals on the next video, and I'm going to be showing my 5 PvP matches on my free-to-play account just to show you guys how these prime medals really handle themselves in PvP and what my setup is to help me make it top 10 to top 3,000. Man, the words are flowing out today. So, if you did enjoy the video, don't forget to hit the like button, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Keep on smiling, and I'll see you in the next one.